Hi everyone, I'm Catherine. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, Catherine's Plates. What's on my plate today? Mississippi pot roast. I'm cooking this in the oven today. Now I've done many different variations of cooking this in the crock pot, in my Instant Pot, even using a chicken to make this Mississippi flavored dish. Alright y'all, if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below with that bell notification so you'll know when my shows are posted. Alright, turn your ovens on, get your roast out, and let's make Mississippi pot roast. Alright, look at all these great flavors that we're going to use to make our roast. We're going to start off by, I'm going to show you this chuck roast that I'm going to be using. It's about 2 1/4 pounds. And then we're going to be using 1 package of ranch salad dressing mix, 1 package of brown gravy. I've got half a stick of butter, some salt and pepper. Now I'm going to use the salt and pepper to help sear the meat and give it some flavor and color. We're going to be using some pepperoncinis. I'm going to use about 6 to 8 of these plus about 1/4 of the jar juice. And then we got some beef broth that will help give it some liquid also. Alright y'all, I'm going to start off by searing my meat first to give it that color and some amazing flavor. Alright y'all, so what we're going to do is go ahead and start preheating your oven at 375 degrees. Now I'm going to be searing off my chuck roast in an oven-proof pot. And this is a Dutch oven that I'm using right here. I'm going to go ahead now and add a little bit of oil. Now I've got my chuck roast right here. I'm going to go ahead and salt and pepper this side of it. Give it some good flavor. And then when I place it in the pot, I'm going to place it seasoning side down, and then I'm going to be able to season the front side of it. Alright, and I'm hoping to hear that sizzle. Alright, I'm going to go ahead now and season the top side. Oh, it sounds so good in there. I'm going to let this sit for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then I'm going to flip it over to the other side for 3 to 4 minutes, and then kind of go around the sides of it. Alright, can y'all see that beautiful roast in there that I seared completely on all sides, front and back? Oh, it already smells delicious. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and put our 2 packets on there. We have the ranch packet. I'm just going to sprinkle it over the whole entire roast. Like that. And then I have the brown gravy here. Okay, now I took half a stick of butter and I've just went into 3 pieces with it, so I'm just going to place those right on the top. And hopefully they'll stay there for a little bit. Like that. Oh yeah, it's looking good, huh? Okay, wipe my hands. Now what I'm going to do is take this pepperoncini jar. Now the more you put in, the more heat that your roast is going to have. So keep that in mind when you do this and how much juice goes in there. Now, when we make this in the crock pot or the Instant Pot, I only put about 6 to 8 pepperoncinis in, and honestly 8 of them are really good, and there's not a lot of heat. And then I put about a 1/4 cup of the juice in there. Now what I'm going to do is just pour some of this juice in, kind of estimate. There we go. It smells so good. Okay, the last thing that I'm going to put in is some beef broth. I'm going to pour it in until I get about 1/3 of the way up the roast. I don't want to cover the roast, all right, but we do want to give it some liquid because it's going to be in the oven for just a little while. So I'm just going to slowly add it down the side here. I don't want to pour it on top of the roast because I don't want to lose all of that. I want that to melt into the roast. Okay, now, just so you know, this is an oven-proof pan. I've said that earlier. So if you're not using an oven-proof pan, you would need to move this into just a regular pan that you would put in your oven, and then you can seal it with tin foil and get the same effect, all right? All right, this is a cast iron pot, and it's coated with enamel on the inside. I'm gonna go ahead now and put my lid on. All right, it's all ready to go. It's gonna go into my preheated oven at 375 degrees. For about 2 hours to start with, and I just want to check it at that time and see how tender it is, how much juice is left, all right? If you're fine with the way the tenderness is of your roast, then it's time to pull it out. If you need to give it a little bit more time, then I would add another 30 minutes and then check it. All right, guess what? I'll be back and I'm going to show you how we eat our Mississippi pot roast. All right, I'm ready to take the lid off of my Mississippi pot roast. Now it's been in there about 2 hours and 45 minutes. I had taken the lid off around the 2-hour mark and added some more beef broth to it and then let it cook another 45 minutes, and I was pretty happy with that. And this is what we have. There we go. Y'all see in there? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is pull the roast out. I want to shred it all up, and then I'm going to put it back into that gravy in there. That gravy in there looks so rich. See how it's just shredding apart like that? I'm going to go ahead now and put it back into the pot. Let it absorb all of those juices and gravy that we made. Alright y'all, so you can see how thick that roast is right here, and that's why I left it in there for 2 hours and 45 minutes. Now you might have a smaller, thinner roast, and you can stay in there about 2 hours and 15 minutes. But again, like it's, you know, how tender you want it and how big your roast is as to how much time. So always check it after the 2-hour mark. Alright y'all, I'm going to show you what I do with this delicious Mississippi pot roast. We like to put ours on hoagie rolls with some mayonnaise. So let's start building. Alright y'all, what do you think? Mississippi pot roast on a hoagie. That's how we eat it. You ready for me to take a bite? Let's go. If I can find a way to make Mississippi pot roast, believe me, I'll find a way. I've done it in my Dutch oven today. I've done it in my crock pot, in my Instant Pot, and I also put these flavors with chicken. Y'all, I will link them all down below in my description box if you want to check them out. It is so delicious. There's a little heat in there because of the pepperoncinis, but oh my gosh. Y'all, you can ramp it up or ramp it down, whatever you want to do, with how many of those pepperoncinis you put in, all right? All right, go make your Mississippi pot roast. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below what you like to do with Mississippi pot roast. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification, and you'll always know when my shows are posted. All right, I'm fixing to have to run out of here because I got everybody running in here waiting to put their hoagies together. I will see you on the next episode.